Hey guys, Steve Atlas here at the Body Practice in Spokane, Washington, and today I wanted to do a personal take on protein supplementation. So this can cover a little bit on the protein supplements of the market, but I wanted to give you guys just a personal take over the course of my teaching, coaching experience over the last many years, so that everyone has a little bit of an informed take on where and how to incorporate this as a part of their athletic program. So, is protein supplementation for everyone? No, not necessarily. It really is not. And before I go any further, anything that I actually endorse, please keep in mind I am not a paid sponsored athlete by any company. So, my views are very unbiased. I don't have any. I'm not being paid to sell a particular product, and I've used many different products, and that gives me the freedom to be very, very objective with my opinions. So, why we take supplementation with a protein supplement? If you are a strength athlete, if you are an athlete that is under a lot of physical duress, where there is a lot of wearing and tearing on the muscle tissue, this protein obviously in the body is going to be good for that cellular reproduction and reparation in the body. And that's what, of course, we train, we wear those tissues down, and then we build them back up. Now, it's an oversimplified way of describing how protein works in the body, but humor me for a moment. Not everyone needs a protein supplement. Let me make that very, very clear. But the people that do, the people that are heavily into athletics, the people that are serious about being lean, the people that are working really hard in their body, I will say that out of all the supplementation, out of all the supplements one can buy out there, a good protein supplement is one of the few that has been very proven its validity over the years. Now, this is where the waters get a little bit murky. Protein content and the label efficacy. So the Food and Drug Administration, when you buy a protein supplement and the label tells you what's in it, okay, servings, how much fat, how many carbohydrates and protein, what the sweeteners are, and these kinds of things. The Food and Drug Administration doesn't have the time to police everything for accuracy of what's going on in the label. This is where a lot of people who get involved in creating nutrition for profit, they know this. So sometimes the overall accuracy of what's in that label and what's actually in your tub or your bag of protein, it may or may not be on the level. And so this is kind of a buyer beware. So it is with that I recommend that people who really want to know what's going on with their protein, to know what the efficacy and their accuracy is, to go to a website called labdoor.com, LABDOOR.com, and you can hit the protein icon, and it will tell you a list of all the top from 1 through 80 where everyone ranks in terms of label accuracy, product purity. Generally speaking, if you see a protein with the fewest amount of ingredients, this is a good thing. Generally speaking, it's not always true, but it's a good starting point. So if you are an athlete and you're going to take whey protein and or a protein supplement, and you want to be able to know what you're taking is pure and accurate from what you're going to purchase, go to labdoor.com and check it out and see if actually that product is actually going to work for you. Because what you're paying for and what you're actually getting, again, could be two different worlds. So you want to make sure that you're getting the most amount of bang for your buck, that what you're getting is going to be accurate. And if because if you're a serious athlete, you don't get to where you're at with shoddy nutrition. You are very careful about what you are consuming because it has a direct effect on the performance of your body. So you got to have everything kind of together here. So labdoor.com, check it out. When you choose a protein to actually explore, whether it's just an extra 25 grams of protein a day supplementally that you're taking in addition to good sound nutrition, or it's up to 50 grams a day, okay? Regardless of what that is, it's important to really be objective here. See how the protein interfaces with your body, Okay. Is it overly heavy? Does it create digestive issues? Does it give you more energy? Does it make you feel good? So you'll know right away whether or not a protein is working against you with your digestive system. It can create a lot of gas issues. It can create a lot of you just don't feel good. It can make you feel even sluggish. A good protein powder will not give you these symptoms. All right. You want to give your body an opportunity to stay with it long enough. But if you're experiencing GI distress within a very short amount of time after consuming it, you need to send that product back and leave it alone and stay away. But once you find the product that works for you, and this is the greater kind of message, once you find that product that actually works for you, stay with it, all right? Because I've spent thousands of dollars exploring different nutritional products, and I have to say, a lot of them were just garbage. A lot of them did not work with my body. And so I have to work within the products that actually work for me. And once I find those things, I make my small little list of the products that I actually endorse and I really believe in using. So it doesn't really matter. This is when people ask me, well, what do you use? What are the products? It doesn't matter what I use because my body has different intolerances and ways of assimilating these nutrients. And so if I tell you something and then you use it and you're like, well, Atlas said go ahead and use this because that's what he uses and I got an upset stomach from it. Well, then my advice is null and void. So you have to be willing to explore a little bit. I would go to the website I mentioned earlier and check out a couple of go into the top 5 rated proteins there and try one, and if you don't like it, send it back. Again, I'm not making any money after saying all of this. I'm just trying to give you guys more of an informed decision that if you are an athlete and if you are interested in actually cultivating a better body for aesthetics or performance, both, then you will want to take a protein supplement. So make a educated decision when you're actually going to be buying and consuming these products. So give yourself a little bit of leeway to explore. Allow yourself a little bit of time to see whether or not that's going to actually work with you, or if it is in fact working with you. If you've been very regimented just with good nutrition for a while and you haven't been taking really any kind of supplementation, you'll notice rather quickly with this new introduction of a protein supplement coming in, whether or not you're going to feel a little stronger, you're going to have a little bit more energy, you're going to feel better overall. And you'll know that has value. And if it doesn't, it's not for you. It doesn't work for you. But you might try a different product. But the key thing is to really make sure that you're getting in enough protein. What type of protein that is, that's going to vary from one individual to the next. So sometimes when I'm doing these little commentaries, people like to see a lot more black and white. When you are dealing with the human physiology, nothing is black and white. I have seen people that are completely intolerant of some things, whereas other people absorb very, very well in other things. So the dogma of saying it's all good for this or it's all good for that just doesn't exist with how I look at things. It's always a constant shade of gray, unfortunately, until you really find out what your body is actually designed for. And that's really, at the end, all that matters. Once you find that magic combination, what works for you, that's what you want to endorse. That's what you want to stay with. So this is Steve Atlas of The Body Practice signing out. Take care, guys. Bye.